Everybody
there
see
we
me?
go. Yes, I
Hi.
can see you.
Hi there.
Yes, we can see you, Valerie.
Awesome.
Okay, 74 people and counting. 4 people in the waiting room. Isn't this exciting? We're getting there. You know, just 2 weeks ago, there was only about 20 people on this meeting, and I said, no way, Jose. This has got to change. We need to get more people because Jacob and Stephen Watson are so passionate about the business. And I just love what they say and what they do. And they are just so chilled and relaxed and always getting great speakers on their meetings. So yes, great to have Dr. Bill Williams. We'll introduce him just now once we start. I think we're almost there. And
getting more passionate myself.
yes, everyone is. Everyone is. If there's
awesome.
anyone that is a guest here tonight, can you please just let us know that we know if we have any guests? Just write in the chat that you're a guest, or you can unmute yourself and tell us that you're a guest.
Marina, before we continue, I just wanted to see if you guys can hear me okay. And if I'm pinned, as Jacob said, I'm not sure how to do it.
Yes, we can. I can hear you.
We haven't pinned you yet, Stephen. Let me look for your video through the gallery, and I'll do that just.
One of my fraternity brothers from Auburn, a Beta Theta Pi alumni. Rick Connor is on the board tonight. Hello,
oh, Rick. Awesome. Dr. Bill, your sound sounds a little bit low. I'm not sure if it's just me or.
Yeah, he's coming in low.
How you doing?
Very quiet.
Oh, there we go. That's much better. Much better. So, Doctor, did you say it was a Dr. O'Connor? Or friend?
Engineer O'Connor. He's an IT guy. He's a very big.
Engineer O'Connor. Well, welcome to you.
In the United States, he's a big dog.
Awesome, awesome. We've got some wonderful people in this OnPassive business. Really fantastic. I was saying the other day that I'm sure you heard me when I was saying I was reading the Leadership Council members, and I was blown away. My gosh, there's so much talent and experience in the field. And Ash really knew how to pick them, that's for sure. I don't have all the degrees, but I am a connector of people, and my passion is
he told us he went for good looks first. That's what he told me.
Oh, well, there you go, hey? Yeah, Ash, so we were saying, hey, no ugly people in OnPassive. Everybody's beautiful.
Yeah, he doesn't see
yes,
people.
Absolutely. Oh, beauty. Sean Cyrus is in the house. How's it, Sean? I see you there. Sean's also everywhere.
Marina?
But yes, sure.
You know,
Who's
it's
speaking?
funny.
Who's
What's
speaking?
funny, I've been in here since August 2018, and I just went in the back office a while ago and I saw 400,720, and I said, no way.
Fantastic, Richard. Great to have you here. Yes, this morning it was on 400.
Unbelievable.
Well, not even this morning, this afternoon, it was on 400. When I looked, 400,025 or something. It was just over. And now we're on 4,400. And I'm getting so confused. I'm sounding like a president. He can't say.
400,720 last time I checked. And
there we go.
That we're almost 401.
You must forgive me. I'm from Africa, and we don't really know numbers so well.
So you're having an answer and questions at the end?
Yes, we will. Gordon, great to have you here. We will be having questions and answers.
Yeah. You're gonna have that at the end of the meeting?
Yes. As soon as we start, we'll force mute everybody so that we don't get interference. So when Jacob and Stephen are ready to start, we will start, and then we'll open up to questions and answers, or if you just want to share,
Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And it will be recorded. I'll be posting it on my YouTube channel, Marina Favit, #OnPassive. So you'll find most of the webinars on that channel as well. And then I'll share it across all the platforms that I'm on. And hopefully you'll get recording some way or another.
Great.
Hi, Marina.
Hello, hello. Who's speaking?
Celestine.
Oh, Celestine. There we go. Hello. Sorry, it took me a while to see you pop up on the screen. Great to have you here from Cameroon. Ash Mufaro gave him, yeah, he was listening to everything he had to say. Great suggestions for OnPassive, and he's taken it to heart. So, you know, it's really awesome. So it's just proof that Ash does take our suggestions to heart. If he thinks it's a great idea, and a few founders do, he will put it into action. You know, he's always going over and above what he can. So it's really awesome to see you. Who of you can just raise your hand if your video is on, is here for the first time tonight, or you can just say it in the chat. First visit here tonight to this meeting. And everyone's keeping dead still. Okay, they're probably typing. That's also good.
Hello,
Sandra
Marina.
Fleming? Yeah, hello. Please just say your name.
Cynthia Brown.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, thank you. I see that. Cynthia, thank you. Great having you here.
You're welcome.
I see James Arbel. He's going to do the chant at the end of the day, little mantra that he has. Loves doing it. Celestine has adopted it, our whole team as well. You can say it now, James, if you don't mind unmuting yourself so that everyone knows what to look forward to the end. He's always, he's got a problem with his eyesight. So he struggles to see the buttons and what have you. So we give him a little while. Nothing wrong with his ears though. Okay. Let's see.
Hello, Marina. And
hello,
everyone
Ben
of this
Santos.
panel. I'm speaking from Portugal, of the city of Oporto, and it's congratulations for you, Dr. Bill Williams. It's great to hear you with your videos, and it's good for us. We don't understand much English, but it's difficult to understand Marina because he speaks much quickly, and Dr. Bill Williams, it's good, I understand well. It's a beautiful panel we have here. It's a kiss for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben. I'm sorry, I get excited and that's why I speak so fast, but we'll leave most of the talking to Dr. Bill Williams tonight, hopefully. And Stephen also speaks nice and slowly. So yes, a lot of people can follow. Thank you. I'm just going to go through the panel quickly, or just people that I see, and hopefully if I've already introduced you or welcomed you, you're going to get it twice. MD Abdul, welcome. Victoria McLennan, who's doing the signing, welcome and thank you. Jacob from Namibia, one of our hosts tonight, sorry. And then we have myself, sorry, I'm just going to what I'm seeing, Stephen Watson. And then Sager D, Abongwe Celestine from Cameroon, Cynthia Brown from USA, Richard Lambert, I'm not sure where he's from, I think USA, Ben Santos from Portugal, Robert, I think he's from Germany, I can't remember now. Then we have Johanna. Oh, telling me I can't move a video.
There I am.
Trying to. There we go. Oh, there's James. James Arbel. Thank you for joining us. You finally found the button. Say your mantra quickly so that I can carry on welcoming everyone, and then we can get started.
My message? You want a message?
Go. No, your Go Founders Go.
Go Founders Go. The OnPassive way, built by design. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
And 2021 is going to be a very exciting, profitable year for everybody. How's that?
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you, James. Always great to have you here with us. Right,
I look forward to it.
Awesome. I'm going to carry on. And right, we have Gordon Browning. Then Peter Scarp, welcome. Sheikh Rahim, we've already said welcome to you. Catherine from Nigeria. Farik Malik, welcome. Tseka Young. Dr. Georgie, got you already. Thank you. Stephen Watson, we have Alan. I can't see who's under there. That's the chat. Silke, Debbie Jensen, welcome to you. Karen, welcome. Ronald Hulbert, welcome to you. Antia said hello to you already. Sandra Davies, Melissa Baker, Rick Connor, there we go. Awesome, welcome. Then we have Ra phone. I'm not sure who Ra is. Branko, welcome to you. Lorenzo Mina, Armadine, Jacotin, there we go. Beautiful, love your hair. Eva, Dorosha, welcome to you. Henry Horn, Sandra Fennings, I know that she is hard of hearing, so hopefully Valerie will let her know that I'm saying welcome to her. Cynthia Deering, Trevor Peters, Umesh Kumar, Zuhair, forgive me if I'm pronouncing your names incorrectly, but I'm hoping that you'll know who you are. Edward Henderson, welcome. Bonnie Ogba, welcome to you. C4 Brits, welcome to you. Jane Francis, Louise White, Burkhard Dilly, Chandra Sama, next page. Peter Sester, Tanya, Nate Harris, welcome. Richard Tavares, welcome. Zarika, welcome. Constantine, Michelle Weaver, Charles Martin, Dr. Mihai, welcome to you. George Holt, I can only see part of the names, I'm not sure why, but we got George Holt something. John from the USA, Tommy Hauer, Eric Kelso, Gustav Smith, welcome. Tina, Louise, Barrington, Robert Owen, Nelly, Mona, Linda, welcome. Petra Plock, welcome. Busiswe, welcome to you. Godfrey, welcome. Roland Flob, Susan, Barbara Roberts, Anna Marie Flob, welcome. See, we teamed up here. Nidifrika Inwang, welcome. Busa Devwa, ready, welcome to you. Sean Cyrus, welcome. Musa Bongi, Jeanette Lynn Homan, welcome. Wendell Daly, Suzanne Lenz, Diane, Dina Mady, welcome. Anne, Andy Botterell, welcome. Janet, MBO, whoever that is, MBO. Lee Ann, BJ Patel, Teriko Dodd, Harry, welcome to you. Nidja Buliso, welcome. Oh, Frank, welcome to you. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I'm gonna attempt any more. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. We are on 100 participants, which is fantastic. It's better than 25, that's for sure. But once the recording's up, there's going to be a lot more people that see it. So if you've got a message that you're wanting to share, we can share it at the end. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep quiet, and over to you, Jacob and Stephen. Thank you and welcome.
All right. Thank you very much, Marina. Wonderful energy in introducing and welcoming everybody. We appreciate you. We really do appreciate you.
My pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the man who is our topmost leader on OnPassive Lions, Stephen Watson. He comes from Jamaica, where they say they're little, but they're taller. He holds the record for the highest bungee jump. Is that correct, Stephen?
That is correct. We're on Guinness Book of Records, or Guinness Book of World Records, yes.
All right, all right. Please go ahead and you can introduce yourself a little more and introduce our special guest. Over to you, Stephen.
Well, I'll leave the special guest to you. I'll defer to you on that, bro. I think you do an excellent job. But I'll just say a little bit about me before I turn it back over to you, to Dr. Williams. I'm here in Georgia as well. I'm a little bit south of where Dr. Williams is. I believe he's in Swanee. I'm in Snellville, Lithonia area. I'm pretty sure he should be familiar with that. But I am from Jamaica, and I know my friend Jacob got a little bit caught up with the Jamaican like patois. Not a lot of people can get it right at the first time. But our saying goes, we're little but with Talawa, which basically means Jamaica is a very small island. It's a dot on the map. You can barely see it on the world map. Being as small as we are, with a little over 3 million people, we have produced quite a bit of world-renowned people. And of course, most people around the world know about Bob Marley, who brought reggae music to the world. And more recently, we have Usain Bolt, 3-time Olympic gold medalist in 3 different Olympics. So those are just 2 of the more common ones that people will be familiar with, but we do have a lot more. In fact, the first time I was in France, and I told a person of someone that was from Jamaica, they were like, Bob Marley, Bob Marley, he's so well renowned. So yeah, but basically, I'm just excited about OnPassive. That's what we're here to talk about today. And I give you guys a quick story. I was talking to Julian Marlowe on the Julian Marlowe show. They did an interview with me last night. And I was just reflecting back that next month will be my 2-year anniversary in OnPassive. I signed up the 25th of January, 2019. But I didn't even know who Ash Mufara was until June of this year. I was like, I just thought back on it and said, man, because to me, I mentioned that because to me, OnPassive is a no-brainer. So when my friend Orville Kerr in Jamaica told me about it, I signed up immediately because it was like, man, what's not to like? And he told me at the time that the company was about to launch soon. So I was just sort of waiting for launch until June of this year. Another friend of mine reached out and I started plugging in, logged into my back office, started listening to the pre-recorded webinars, heard Ash speak, and I was done. He had me at hello. So from then on, I started building, signed my first person the 31st of June this year. And as of this moment, my team is over 855. Large part of that is due to Jacob's effort, Lady Anastasia, Razak, a lot of people, Desmond Okezi in Nigeria. So we started this call because of that growth. We were having such an awesome growth that we decided to do this on WhatsApp, create a WhatsApp group. Then we decided, well, we need to inform our people so that they are well aware of what they're a part of. So we started this OnPassive Lions Q&A session on Mondays, and it just sort of grew from there once Marina got involved. So now we're excited. We had her as our first guest. Then we had Red Friend and Susie McCray. And now we have the awesome Dr. Bill Williams. So enough about me. I'll let Jacob introduce our special guest tonight. But I just want to say thank you very much, Dr. Williams, for honoring your presence today. We know that you are close to Ash and you are passionate about OnPassive. And I hope that is the case with everybody on this call tonight. I tease Marina all the time. We only attract O-positive blood types here because we are all positive, we are all excited, we are all inwardly motivated for what we have on our hands. And we cannot thank Ash Mufara enough for the awesome job he's doing. Over to you, Jacob.
All right. Thank you very much, Stephen. I always appreciate your hearty welcome and the passion with which you talk about OnPassive. I cannot come close, so I'm the technical person, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, it is that time that we introduce and welcome our special guest, Dr. Bill Williams from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States of America. Welcome to our call. Just a little of a bio on Dr. Bill Williams. He's been a practicing dentist in Atlanta for over 45 years, would you believe it? And he's received a mastership in the Academy of General Dentistry. He's been to Kenya, Tanzania, Honduras, and many other places over the past 20 years where he's led missions and he's spoken to many, many people. His deserving Diva Foundation has given free dental care to local Georgia residents for the past 12 years. He is really a sought after international speaker in the practice of dentistry. And that's who we have in our presence, ladies and gentlemen. Without much further ado, Dr. Bill Williams, everybody. Welcome, Dr. Williams.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Stephen, Marina, everyone who's my friend already. I'm glad to be upon your territory, on your turf, the Lion team. So Yeah, Jamaica is one of my favorite places to go, Stephen. I've been there many times, Montego Bay, Basketball, Ocho Rios, taking my whole team down there for our vacation. And of course,
Awesome.
South Africa is one of my favorite places because I took a wonderful trip down to Cape Town and Johannesburg and up into the national park. So very many places around the world that I've been, but some of my favorite are Jamaica and Africa. I think the number one place in Africa for me, though, is the Masai Mara in Kenya. I spent many times, nights on the safari on the savannah in Tanzania and Kenya, doing missions and going on safaris. So Africa is in my heart. So thank you for inviting me to your big show today. And I think we're all O positive. You know, we're all O passive. We're all positive people. And that's kind of the mark of who we are, is we don't let the negatives get us. We always stay positive. And I appreciate Ben Santos for saying he appreciated my slower Southern accent. So it always warms my heart when somebody appreciates the slow talk of us Southerners down here in Georgia. Now, I have a South African link. Roan Williams and Derek Venter are my upline, and Ann O'Donnell is actually the person who got me first to be aware of OnPassive as late as March of 2020 is when I heard about it. And so there were 62,000 people when I heard about it. And now we just passed 400,000 today. And it's only been 9 months since that happened. So momentum is on our side. And so we're here today to talk a lot about the opportunity for GoFounders that you have right now. So we're going to talk about that as our focus and the opportunity to be in OnPassive in general. We're all blessed to be on here. I'm blessed to follow David Baku. He was the speaker last time from Papua New Guinea, and he was talking about team building. And if you really want success in this business, what you want to do is focus on building a team before launch. And so we'll talk about the why we might want to do that. Now, here's a question for you. Do you drink milk from your refrigerator that has spoiled, that's out of date, past its expiration date? You know, the longer you go past the expiration date, the worse it gets, right? Well, there's a reason for the warning on that label on the milk. And OnPassive has a warning too. That warning says that there's an expiration date for being a founder. You can't be a founder past a certain date. And when that date goes by, you miss out. And so that's the theme for this talk right now, is don't miss signing in to be a founder before the expiration date. It's 10 times better to be a founder than it is to be a customer or even a reseller. And so you don't want to miss out. You don't even want to miss out on not being a primary early bird founder, which we still have that ability to do. The difference is once the soft launch starts, we're called a secondary founder. Same rights and privileges as a founder, a primary founder, except for one thing. You don't have as much advantage of taking the advantage of having the marketing campaigns put people in your group, which is going to be huge. We're right upon the day or two away, maybe, from when that starts, that marketing campaign starts, because at the soft launch, that's when the dam breaks and all the focused activity that Ash has been storing up for us. It's like kinetic energy is going to be released. Right now, it's passive energy. It's water behind the dam, and they're going to open the floodgates and let the water through, and the hydroelectric dam is going to produce the energy that will propel us into having a huge influx of new founders called secondary founders between now and the time we launch to the public. And so you really want to join before the launch date, but you want to especially join before the beginning of the soft launch. And who knows when that's going to be, a day or two, a week or two. It's going to be very soon though, because all the information is pointing to that one time and space where it's going to happen. So the best available time right now is to get in. So what is that soft launch? Everybody here that's new should understand that we're going to do some testing, some beta testing some checking out the financial flow through the system, checking out the advertising and marketing systems. And once those are checked out and all the pieces of the puzzle are working properly, then we open to the public. And so during the soft launch, there's going to be opportunity. And we'll talk about what opportunity exists for us right now. And Ash laid out a whole bunch of new ideas this week about what's going to be available to us. So hopefully we'll cover those in detail. What are the opportunities that are really in here just for us as founders? So I wrote down a few things. Opportunity takes several forms. We all know what CATMO means, complete automated systems, total internet solution that gives us automated with artificial intelligence ability to create financial independence for our families. We know about that. The traffic being driven by artificial intelligence. And that's going to set us apart from any other company, I think. That's the first thing. But the big opportunity, and I asked my wife this, I said, what's the big opportunity? And her first word was income. And I think that's what attracts everybody to this initially is the income potential. And that's certainly one of the reasons I looked at it. But you know what? When I got into it, I didn't know about all what was going on with OnPassive. I didn't know the detail, but I did hear that it was a marketing campaign potential to grow other businesses. And so my initial reason for getting in was to grow my other businesses. I've been teaching something called multiple streams of income to dentists for about a decade. And I wrote an article in this book, this magazine that says, find out what this dentist says why you should have a side gig or two. And so the side gig idea was something that I came up with in the 1990s. And I started teaching why be a dentist and have one source of income when you could have two or three. And I maximized that out in dental practice. And I showed dentists how they could have one or two rooms, 4 or 5 rooms, 6 or 7 rooms, not just one room. You know, as I travel around different countries in the world, a lot of dentists operate out of one operatory, one room. And they're limited in what they can do by how fast they can turn that room over. Well, in the United States, we have 4, 5, 6 rooms per dentist sometimes, and we move from room to room to room, always having the chairside assistant in there before we go in there. And so we're maximizing our efficiency, not to let the personnel, not to let the room be the thing that is the bottleneck. The bottleneck is always how many hands I've got. And so I can produce better when I have multiple sources of income, meaning more rooms or more staff to help me do the procedures. Well, and then you go beyond that, you say, okay, I can hire another dentist and I can put 2 or 3 other dentists in the same building. So you have more multiple sources of income. And that's exactly what Ash has done. He has gotten us into the situation of 50 different income centers. And so we'll be talking about income centers in a minute, but I just want you to see, I came up with a system to maximize the potential in my business, dentistry, and I've been teaching that all around the world. I wrote a book called The $10,000 a Day Dentist. And what I did was I took an average dollar that we produced in a day, and I said, I'm going to teach all these other dentists how to be more effective. The average dentist in America produces $3,000 to $5,000 per day. And I was showing them how to do twice as much per day. And all it is you follow a system. And so everybody that puts together a system will do better than those who have no system. And so it's automation, it's done for you, it's all those kind of things put together. And that mirrors exactly what Ash has done. And so when I saw Ash's system, I go, this is something I need. This is something I need to put in my business. And so I was looking for the income generation for my business when I got started out. And it wasn't long before I realized, well, I don't need any other business if I've got OnPassive. And so I've come to the point where I don't really look at the profession that I'm in now, dentistry, as where I'm going to be 5 years from now. I know if you've done something 45 years, you might want to retire one day, but I didn't ever want to retire from business. I just wanted to slow down. And so OnPassive is the ideal way to slow down from whatever other business you're doing and you make OnPassive your business. And there's a lot of good reasons for that. Now, the number one reason my wife said was income, but I said the number one reason is residual income. I'd rather have it coming in every year, not have to produce it every year. I'd rather have it coming in automatically every year. So that's better than income, residual income. But then Ash said the perfect business is one where you have unlimited income. So OnPassive gives us unlimited income. It doesn't cap us off. And so that's the third thing about the opportunity here. It's unlimited income. There is no cap on it. You can go to hundreds of thousands a year, millions a year, tens of millions a year. There will be people in OnPassive who can earn $1 billion a year. That's possible because of this, its unlimited nature. It's also unlimited residual income that's done for you. And a lot of people say, I don't want to work that hard. I know you have to work hard to create that much income. Well, the way OnPassive has it put together, you do not have to work that hard. And so the opportunity is you can sit on the beaches of the world drinking a Mai Tai, looking out over the ocean. You could drink a Red Stripe down in Jamaica, right, Stephen?
Yes, sir.
Well, I like the beaches of Ocho Rios. I like a Red Stripe, so I think maybe there's a chance we could do that together.
Most definitely, Dr. Bill. Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Unlimited residual income done for you, no work required. You know, once this is built, it runs on its own. They'll build it for you if you want them to. If you're thinking for the long haul, they'll build it for you, and you'll have a good fortune at the end. And if you're a hard worker, like many of the people I see right here on this screen, you're going to build this thing in advance. And we call that pre-building your team before launch. Those who do that will have 10 times, 5 times, 20 times the income of those who wait. It only goes to reckon that if you have 10 income centers, when you start something, you're going to have 10 times more income when the money starts being generated automatically, done for you by the company. It just makes sense. And so I encourage people who want more to get busy now. But if you're a rock and share founder, like a lot of people are, then they're going to get their money slower, but it's surely going to happen. You can have unlimited residual income done for you, no work required, and you only pay once. That's another advantage, another opportunity as a founder, that you only have to pay once. You pay one time. You got your 97, and then you have your first month's residual, not residual, but your first month's subscription fee paid, and then for the then on, it comes out of profits. You don't have to pay out of pocket again ever. And our profit will be far more than the cost of the monthly subscription. So we're basically done with all the cost. So that's a big opportunity over a customer. So you can gain a lot of money, you can gain it residually, and then when you get to the point, you can pass it on to your kids. Now, I'm on a lot of these webinars, and I look around and I notice a lot of gray hair. I see a lot of bald heads. I see a lot of spectacles with bifocals. That's us, you know. We are the boomer generation for the most part. A lot of us on this OnPassive journey have been around the block, and we understand a good deal when we see it. But we're not going to last a long time. I'm 70. I've got friends who are on this call right now who went to college with me. And so we may live 10, 20, 30 more years, but we're going to be able to pass this on. This is a generational income, a family legacy that we're building. And so don't lose the sight of the fact that what you're doing now is going to go on for generations. This money never ends. This will be like having Camelot in your backyard. You're going to have things available to your children and grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren aren't even born yet because of what you do today. So that's an opportunity, I think. So that's the money side of it. And we'll get back a little bit more to the money in a minute. But I think the tech side of it is exciting to me. If you're a techie, if you like the internet, you like computers, you like things to build. I'm a builder. I like to build websites. I was a webmaster for 10 years. at the same time I was a dentist, I talked about multiple sources of income, and I built websites, and I built seminars and teach courses and masterminds. And so I really like the 50 plus different total internet solution products and platforms and what we call portfolios now. I like these things, and I like to get into them and understand them. I like to use these to run other businesses. And so if I have another business, like I have books I've written several, and I can put these books up online, and I can teach chapters out of these books, and I can send people to those, and my books will be a residual source of income for a long time. And I think that's a thing you can plus. If you have anything you've done in the past that you want to grow, you plug it into a system that markets for you. If you have the automated traffic, you can build up any kind of income there if you need it. So it's all automated, it's AI driven, machine learning. And so it's going to save time. That's one of the bottom line things for me, is the tech that's available is going to save time. And I'll be able to do more without spending the time that a lot of people would think it takes. And I built a lot of things that took a lot of time. It's the 80-20 rule also. When you look at the time you take to do things, 20% of what you do gives you 80% of the results. And you're wasting your time mostly putting stuff together. And so what we want to do is we want to jump in that self-driving car and go down the road. OnPassive is a self-driving business that allows you to do other things while it's making you money. That's an opportunity. Now, the third part, beyond the technical and the money, is the heart. And the opportunity to express yourself through OnPassive is unparalleled. A lot of us work so hard, we don't have time to express ourselves. And with OnPassive, we're going to have so much more time and money that we can donate to other people. There's a general thought among our group that you can live on 20% of the money you get from OnPassive and be able to donate or bless other people with 80% of what we bring in. I mean, suppose you're used to living on $50,000 a year and you suddenly have $850,000 coming in. Well, you're not going to be able to use that $850,000 immediately. You're not going to want to waste it. You're not going to want to spend it on junk all the time. You're going to want to bless other people, right? Help your family, help your neighbors. And so generally across the board, we all feel that we're going to live at a certain standard of living that's better than where we are. But we're not going to go crazy. We're going to be able to use the Bless platform that's in our OnPassive ecosystem. And we're going to be able to find great projects to support all across the world. You know, I've been going to Kenya for 10 years doing missions, and we built houses and churches and hospital clinics and water systems and just a lot of fun things we built, and we ran projects to get them there. We could do that now. We could drill wells all over where there's no water. We can do all kinds of things that will benefit people all over the world. So that's the heart of OnPassive. And Ash has shown up many times and indicated that that's his heart. And so he attracts people with a heart. And one of our themes is that we want to create 1 million Mother Teresas in OnPassive. I mean, people who give back, people who are friends of the poor, friends of the orphans, friends of the widows. There are enough of those around where if we took 1 or 2 on each, then the world would be a better place. And that's one of our visions, one of our goals. And so Ash has asked that each founder do one thing. If you can do one thing to help somebody else, some part of the planet, some of the animal kingdom, if you can do one thing, we'll have left a mark on the earth and leave a good legacy because of OnPassive and because of who you are. So those are the 3 things that are the opportunities: to express ourselves, to let our heart come through, to use the tech, and to have more money to support our families. A little bit about the market cap. You know, the opportunity is we are bigger than anything you can imagine. Ash keeps telling us we are bigger than anything you can imagine. And the reason is because he hadn't told us everything. Your mind can only expand so far in a given day. And if you'll notice, ASH is expanding our minds by not telling us everything all at once. If you heard everything all at once, you would just go, it's too unbelievable, I'm checking out. Plus, you wouldn't be motivated next week because your motivation kind of slips. But if you figure out that as a leader that you tell your troops a new thing every week, their excitement stays high. And so that's what's happened this whole year is we found out probably one new thing every week, and it expands our mind. And so the possibilities go from limited to limitless. There's a reason that ASH drips out the information. And one of them is to feed the troops, to keep them excited. And I really believe that the bigness of this is only beginning to be appreciated in the last few weeks, few months. I think the biggest thing that came out in the recent days was the news of the ad revenues. When you talk about the products being sold, you know, that was pretty cool. A lot of sales of products, subscription fees for products. We figured out the other day that the 13 world leading businesses had a $316 billion market cap in sales. And our 13 products will easily beat most of those once we release them. Plus we have 37 more. And everything that we get is going to be available for the same cost. Even as we add more products and services and platforms and portfolios, our cost doesn't go up. It just keeps getting better and better. That's the opportunity for being a founder. You get everything for the same cost. So the market cap is going to be so huge that our company will be the biggest company in the world 5 years from now, prediction. Ad revenues we talked about are going to be so massive in the income generation for OnPassive. ASH has stated that 75 to 80% of the profits of OnPassive are going to go back to the founders and customers through the ad campaigns. That means that they're going to live off of 20-25% of the profits as the company, and the rest of it gets shared among the founders. That's unheard of. Nobody does that. Usually, folks at the top take it home and build their mansions. Well, we're going to have mansions all over the world. Every country of the world, there'll be an OnPassive street named Ash Street. And all the people are going to build a house on that street, and they're going to be really enjoying having Ash come down to visit to their country one day. And so that's one thing we're looking forward to, all our leaders in the Leadership Council going to your country, spending time with you on Ash Street, coming to visit you in your mansion, because you'll all have one. It's never been done before. This idea of sharing ad revenue is a new concept, just like a lot of things that are being done in OnPassive are new. In dental school, before I went to dental school, I was sitting in a Dunkin' Donuts with my dad in 1967. I was a junior in high school, and I was 16 years old. And I sat down at the counter, and with my dad, who is a veterinarian, we started talking about what I want to do for a living. And I'd already decided I'd be some kind of a doctor. And I sat down, and he said, let's do a Ben Franklin balance sheet. That's a sheet of paper you write down the pluses and minuses about doing something. And so we were thinking I would be a dentist or a physician. And I started listing all the things that I understood about each profession. What is good about being a dentist? What's bad about being a dentist? What's good about being a physician? What's bad about being a physician? And so, you know, the short story there is a dentist has more freedom. They can have their own time schedule. They own their own business. They don't have to work in a big hospital and be at the effect of other people wanting to use the operating room. And so everything was kind of boiling down to, it looked like it'd be better to be a dentist. And so at the time, a dentist didn't make as much money as a physician, didn't seem to be as prestigious a job as a physician. But I think in the last 20 years, I think that's reversed. And I think the dentist is the #1 profession now in America that people would like to do and be. And so I made the right decision, I think, and it gave me the freedom to do other things. That was the biggest part of it. I had time on my side, and I was able to buy back my time by being very productive and very efficient. And so that's very similar to what OnPassive does. It allows you to do what you're passionate about, to do what you love, and not have to spend so much time doing it. It's rewarding too. Now, why would you want to join OnPassive? Well, you have faith in your leaders, your leadership team and Ash. You have faith in them and trust in them. You have to trust in the person who invited you. The person who invited you believes in it. And so if you have faith and trust in those people, then you should join OnPassive. There's a history of success. You know, a lot of the people on this call are millionaires right now. I know a good number of the people on this call right here that I see on the screen, and a lot of them are already millionaires. And because they chose OnPassive, it might be a good idea for you too also. What do they know that you don't know? There's a lot of people on here that they're new in OnPassive perhaps, and they don't know what we know. And so that's the #1 history of success. Success follows success. People have said success leaves traces, and it's true. If you see success, you follow it. The number of products, 50 products plus more coming, nobody's done that before. So that's a reason to join, to get access to those products, to be able to sell those products. You're going to be an automatic reseller when you join. You're going to be an automatic customer when you join. And so you don't have to do anything to get those products. And we'll get them before the public does too. Think about that. The AI and the machine learning focus is unparalleled. It's never been done this way before. To put AI in the hands of the general people to use in their businesses. Usually it's only been around for the big giant tech companies to use AI, not any longer. I did see an article that I talked about the other day, the 8 top tech trends of 2021, what's coming next year. That's the big trends. Do you realize that OnPassive meets and reaches and surpasses each of those top trends? What we're doing is already being talked about as the thing to look into doing next year. And we've already got all those wrapped up in our business plan, our marketing plan, our compensation plan, our design of our company and our structure. Ash is far, he's always said he's 5 years ahead, and I believe it's true. So I'm here to verify that statement that we are 5 years ahead of the trends. Why join now? Be a top position, get ahead of the marketing campaigns that are coming right up, get ahead of the big number of people coming in as secondary founders. Get ahead of that, because when the snowball starts rolling, you want to be in the little tiny core, not the outside layer. When it rolls down that hill, it's going to be a massive, massive snowball. Maximize your return on investment. That 97 is going to never be more valuable. You'll say 50 if you get in before the soft launch starts, which is not much money to some, but it's a lot to others. And so if you're in a country that $97 is a lot of money, well, get in now, because 149 is a little bit more. It's 50% more than 97. Why not join? Fear. That's the only, on the other side of the Ben Franklin balance sheet, fear. Yeah, you have $97 to lose, right? You're fearful of that. That's not true. This is money back guaranteed to everybody. You cannot lose money by joining OnPassive. And so if you fear losing $97, get over it. You could also have what's called fear of man. You know what fear of man is, that concept? Fear of what other people think about you. Fear of what other people will say about you if you do something they don't believe in or agree with. Fear of man stops a lot of people from doing what's best for themselves, because peer pressure or what their family thinks, what their peers think. So what I would tell you to do is this: have 90 seconds or 10 seconds or 5 seconds of boldness and just get over it and ask people if they would like to be a part of OnPassive. If you have a fear of man, you can strike yourself with 5 seconds of boldness to get over any fear. And that is a technique that a lot of people use to get over it. I teach dentists how to be successful all the time. And there's one thing that dentists don't like to do. What do you think that is? They don't like to tell people what it costs to get their teeth fixed. They're afraid of people. Just like you're afraid of the dentist, they're afraid of you. Because they know it costs a lot and they know some people can't afford it. And so they have a fear. And so I always tell people what it costs because it's worth it. And then if they can afford it, go on. If they can't afford it, you still go on. The whole idea of fear is this false evidence appearing real, right? It's not always real. It's just what's in your head. And so get over it. Seek the truth. I always tell people to ask, seek, and knock. If you don't have, ask. If you haven't found it, seek it. If the door is knocked on, open it. And so open the door to the opportunity tonight, today, this morning, wherever you are in the world. I think your future's at stake. I think your children's future is even more at stake. I mean, the future our children have is much better if we're in OnPassive than if we're not. So the bottom line always is, if not now, when? When I'm getting to that point and I'm looking at a patient and I'm looking at a cavity that's getting deeper and deeper and they're still not making a choice to get it fixed, I go, it's time. And when I say it's time, that means there's no more waiting around. There's no more putting it off. If you don't do it, it's going to go away. It's going to be expired. It's going to blow up and turn into a toothache, an abscess. And so just like the milk in the refrigerator, it's time. The expiration date for this OnPassive opportunity, this founder position, is going away. And so it's time right now for everybody who's not in to make a decision. It's time for everybody who doesn't have a team to make a decision to create a team if you want more, if you want better for your family. So this is kind of the place I would like to jump off the train and let you guys go into the next segment and ask questions and answers. It's been a joy to be on your team tonight and be part of the Lions. Thanks, Marina. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Jacob.
Well, you're welcome, Dr. Bull. That was awesome.
Okay, Marina, go ahead.
Marina.
No, it's fine. I was just saying it's awesome. You go ahead and I'll slot in wherever possible. Thanks,
Okay.
Stephen.
Well, I just wanted to say that was typical Dr. Bill Williams, that we all love and respect. Always keeping it real, always giving value. And there's so much that we learn from that, Dr. Williams. What I want to share personally, that of course, there's a lot that I just said, but one of the things I want to share personally is that I've been in this industry since I was about 20 years old, back in Jamaica, Herbalife. So I've been in and out of network marketing. Of course, we're not a network marketing company, but we're sort of in that industry, and a lot of people here have been attracted to us because of that. So I've done pretty much everything. Just like Marty DeGarmo, I've been there, done that. And the reason why I was in Macau for that bungee jumping was a company I was with, was trading Bitcoin, where I was earning a lot of money. That year I traveled several different places, 2017. But what I want to say from what Dr. Bill Williams just shared with us is that never have I been in a company that allow the small person, the average person, the person who nobody wants to see, to have a voice, to have a presence, to share. We have our community, but we also have all these different videos that people can come on and share their heart. And so the company, as I said, I was with, I was there, I was on stage talking to thousands of people, but it was all about, and most of these companies, that's what they're about. They're putting up these 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or a handful of individuals who are making a lot of money and make it seem as if it's possible for everybody to do the same, knowing full well that it's not. because as all of us have seen and known, and Marty talks about it all the time on his class, is that you might be a big time recruiter or whatever, but you can't bring people with you. So they sell us on this lie, and that's what it is. It's a lie that you can be successful, and then they put it back on you, saying that your why is not big enough, or you're not working hard enough, or you're dreaming. All these different phrases that they use to make you feel guilty about the fact that you're not succeeding. So what I've seen with OnPassive is that Ash has come along to change all of that, period, because he is a person with heart. He is a person who has seen the need, the hurt, the anguish of people all over the world who have suffered because they have tried, and it's not because of lack of effort. It's because the deck is stacked against us. So they lie to us and make us believe that all of this is possible, and when it is truly not. And they have these alligator suit people and the fancy shoes and the fancy all of this walking on stage trying to impress us, and then people flock to that because people are so desperate. Once they see an inkling of money-making opportunity, they run towards it like bees to honey, and then they realize that the honeycomb is dried up. There's no more honey in the comb because all these guys at the top, they have sucked it dry, and then they come along and sell us on the notion of being wealthy and being successful. So once, like I said, I started plugging in June of this year to Ash Mafara. I started listening to this man's heart. Like I said, he had me at hello, because even though I signed up based on the premise of what OnPassive is back in 2019, January, I didn't know what I had my hands on until I started plugging in and listening to Ash Mafara. And I say it once and I'll say it again and again and again. This guy will get the Nobel Peace Prize for his impact on humanity. Because as Dr. William pointed out, he's creating or will create millions of Mother Teresa. And that is what, to me, the true genius of Ash is. Because now, instead of one person, you have somebody in every corner of the earth that not only has the desire, but the ability to help his fellow man. And that is where the difference, in my opinion, comes in, because you can't have the desire all day long. And Marina shared a very touching story on our webinar on Saturday about her daughter being in a hurting position and she wasn't in a position to help. Now, what kind of pain can be more than that, guys? So when I look at Ash and what he has created with OnPassive, it's a complete, absolute no-brainer. And so the little person is now having a voice. All these stories, they bring tears to your eyes. Everybody knows by now who have been on this call that I'm a crier. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Like Maria said, the waterworks comes on real easily. And it's not tears of anguish or tears of sorrow. It's tears of joy. It's resistance being released, because now I know that we are a part of something that really can have an impact on the world. So kudos to you, Dr. Bill Williams, top 100 doctor in the world, and seeing and caught a vision of what OnPassive is. Why? Because you have a heart. And that's what most of the people who are OnPassive GoFounders are exemplary in. Having a heart. Starts with our CEO, Ash Mafara. And I just have one thing to say to anybody on this call who's listening in or who might be watching the recording. Do not think about being a member of OnPassive as a GoFounder. Turn your brain off. In this case, it's your worst enemy. There is nothing that you can spend $97 on at this present time, COVID 2020 that we have lived through, that's going to give you more value than being an OnPassive GoFounder. Period. End of story. Do not think about it. Follow that code that Richard Branson has said. I won't repeat it here. Most people know it. But do not think about it, guys, ladies, gentlemen. This is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And the beautiful thing about it is that it won't be just for you. As Dr. Williams pointed out in the beginning, this is legacy creating opportunity. So we're not only in it for ourselves, like you talked about gray hairs, bifocals, reading glasses and all that sort of stuff, because we have been through the ringer. And now we're looking at all my family, all my kids are involved. Because the minute I found out what it is and what it's going to do, that was like a no-brainer. It's an automatic thing for me to do to get them to go for the position, because now their future is secure. So thanks again, Dr. Bill, and I'll turn it over to my other panelists, Jacob and Marina, and anybody else who want to speak. And we'll have some Q&A at the end.
Thank you, Stephen. Over to you, Marina.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Stephen. Dr. Bull, always a great, fantastic hearing from you. I just, the way you tell a story as well, you captivate the audience, which is fantastic. I mean, that twas the night before Christmas, and you said it was actually the day after. But I love that story, and obviously you are a writer, as we can see, an author, and a poet as well. It's two different things to be a writer and a poet. You have to rhyme. But you are so well-rounded, and I really do respect and honor everything that you've done. You are very well respected in your community as well, in the dentistry, the doctors, top 100, fantastic. And it just makes me so proud to know you. And we had a call the one night, Dr. Bull and I. We spoke for about an hour and a half, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning for me. And that's what happens when you are with OnPassive and you plugged in. It doesn't matter what time it is, what time of the day it is, because when you are this passionate about a business, you can't help yourself. I'm getting minimal sleep, but I'm trying to work it out that I am getting enough sleep now, just not at the right time. I'm sleeping most of the morning away, and then I'm up again in the afternoon. But, it's all good. And we are right there on the verge of turning that doorknob and, going into soft launch, which is going to be fantastic. Ash Forrest said that there's going to be a lot of founders who are actually going to want to stay in soft launch because of the bonuses that they're receiving. Not only that, there's also a bonus now once you've got your 3, whether you get them, whether it's from overflow or whether the company gets it in the marketing campaigns, we're going to get a bonus. So I have no idea what that bonus is, but it's exciting. Ash there's always something to make us just, what else? And like Dr. Bill said, he cannot. If he had given us everything, the day I joined, I had no idea. I never even knew that there were products. I didn't know what the products were. It took me about a week to figure that out. And then I realized, oh my gosh, this is even bigger and better. And every week it gets bigger and better. It's just amazing. And I cannot wait. I know that Ash Forrest said he's happy to have our founders only meeting on Wednesday and not Thursday because of New Year's Eve. So it will probably be on Wednesday. The link will be posted in the back office. So if you are a guest here today and still sitting on the fence, oh gosh, do yourself a favor. Just sign up. There's 100% lifetime money back guarantee. You've got really nothing to lose. It's such low risk with extremely high reward. And the rewards just keep getting bigger and bigger and better and better. And we are over 400,000 founders strong as we speak today before soft launch. And that is just unheard of. You are seeing people that are a founding member, which is a once in a lifetime opportunity to become a founding member of a high-tech global IT company that has got a heart for humanity, AI with heart. It is true AI with heart, because you won't find any other company, and I've worked for a lot of corporates as well, they don't have the heart that our CEO has, and he is attracting people exactly like him. So congratulations to every single one of you. Those of you who have just come in, those of you who are thinking about it, do it, because you really are. You're going to thank the person that invited you to have a look at OnPassive. It is definitely not an MLM. It is not a network marketing company. Please understand that. This is a global IT company, and you get to be a founder. you will be able to leave a legacy that you can be proud of for generations to come. So yeah, that's all I can say for now. Thank you very much. It's always an honor to be with all of you. Great to see so many new faces. And Valerie, once again, thank you. I see that your hard of hearing friends are here commenting in the chat box. I'm sure you haven't seen it yet. They're saying wonderful job. You know, Valerie is certified ASL interpreter, which is really fantastic. And it's, you know, I just wanted to make a difference because they want to feel like they also belong. And that's exactly what we are. We're a family. We will do whatever it takes to make everybody feel welcomed. I'm always here to answer questions. I mean, you just reach out to anybody. But I'm just giving my services. If you're stuck, if you need help with anything, if you don't understand anything, you know, give me a shout. My email address and my phone number is on the Leadership Council. I know that was very brave of me to put my phone number, but at the end of the day, I just find it so much easier to pick up the phone. Let's have a WhatsApp call. You can also phone me on Messenger. I do prefer WhatsApp though. That is my go-to. So yes, you're all welcome to. And that's from me. I'm just saying I'm here to serve you and do whatever it takes to make sure that you understand this phenomenal opportunity that you have in the palm of your hands. Thank you from me.
Maureen, I put a note out yesterday that said, I'm losing sleep for my peeps after I stayed up till 3 a.m. in the morning listening to the big show that was from Africa.
The Indian webinar, I think. Yeah.
The Indian.
Yes, it was fantastic. I mean, I actually got 2 hours sleep between webinars. I was so worried that I'm not going to wake up. But so yeah, when I was looking at the recording, you could see I'd just woken up. But I wouldn't miss it for the world. And that's just, you know, as we say, it doesn't matter what time of the day, and these webinars are happening all over the world. So plug in, for those of you who aren't sure where these webinars are, if you're new and you might have missed the original notification, please go into the back office and check under webinars, upcoming webinars. Scroll past the first one that's from admin, and as you scroll down, you'll see there's different webinars in Portuguese, in Hindi, in Italian, in Russian. I mean, it's all over. And then, you know, Charles Asong and myself, well, Charles Asong, actually, he's the kingpin there. He does webinars almost every day. And then I attend when I can. And then obviously we've got the corporate one as well. I think that's moved to the fireside chat now, because that webinar just goes on and people share their hearts. And, you know, it's not even about the money. It's about what are we going to do with it? You know, that is what OnPassive is. The money will come, like Michael Williams said. He's the mathematician. Whatever number it is that you want. If you're wanting an extra $500, $1,000, $100,000 a month, whatever it is, you're going to get there. We are all going to reach our dreams. And I was speaking to someone today, and I always used to say this, and I haven't said it in a while, and I'm not sure, but OnPassive is a dream connector. You know, they are going to be able to connect us to our dreams, whatever it is, whether it's a house that you want, a car, a bike, if you're wanting to help your community, if you're wanting to take care of orphans and, you know, help widows across in your communities or wherever across the world, whatever you're passionate about, you are going to be able to do that, plus so much more. And like the one video I had, if not this, then what? There is nothing else that can compare to OnPassive. There are a lot of great companies out there, but if you are not a builder and you don't know how to build a team, unfortunately, you are going to be in the bottom, and you are going to be so put off network marketing because you just can't build. You know, you cannot build that team. You don't have customer retention. OnPassive is offering all of that to us, building our team for us, build our business, because this is a business. It's our business for $97. What a gift. And it's only going to be $149 during soft launch. So you've still got a few months to get in once we go into soft launch and get your families in. So it's only an extra $53. But if you can, rather do it now. You know, let them save that $53 towards their one-time package. And that's it. It's unheard of. No one's ever offered a one-time subscription. Yes, it's subscription based. That's how the company is going to, then they need to make revenue. But you know, you only pay that subscription once for all the products. And whatever we have at the moment, we've just seen, oh, I don't even think we've seen 10% of what's on offer. What's actually, because Ash keeps saying, whatever you think it is, it's bigger. And, you know, I just got blown away with the Academy as well, the OnPassive Academy. It was so much bigger than I imagined when he was just explaining to us. That's just one product, the O Connect. One product, but they're all integrated, and whatever they come up with next, because OnPassive tech team is they're always designing and coming up with new products. We're always going to be leaders in the IT sector. And, you know, they're never going to go to sleep and say, well, I think we've got enough. We're going to be forever building, forever creating and listening to new ideas. You know, Ash does take those the founder's ideas on board, and if it's something that he feels everyone can benefit from, he'll create it. If it's not out there, he'll do it. So yes, we're going to be able to have access to all of that as a founder. And you know, this is a paradigm shift. If any of you have not seen that video that Dr. Bill Williams did, the paradigm shift and also the cornerstone, you'll have to just touch base on that again. I might have the titles wrong, Dr. Bill, but wow, fantastic. You know, he's such he's got that teacher's heart, and when he explains it, everything, all the puzzle pieces just starts coming together, and he really knows how to get you excited about this business. So thank you once again. Over and out from me for now. And please, anyone that wants to ask a question, there is a blue icon at the bottom of your screen. So just click on that. I see there are 2 people that have raised their hands. They understood what we needed to do here. And then I will call on them as soon as Jacob is finished talking. I'll call on them, and then you can ask your question. Also, if you are hard of hearing, you can ask your question, and Valerie will have to interpret and speak if she doesn't mind, if there is someone that wants to ask a question. So yes, we'll cater to everyone. Thank you.
Okay, I
Right,
see
all
that.
right.
Okay, go ahead, Doug.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
sorry
Jacob.
about that. I had to deal with the kids. Thank you very much, Dr. Bill Williams. Thank you very much, Marina. And Stephen, as always, thank you for your passionate delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to draw your attention for all those who have joined our meetings before and those who are joining for the first time. We have a poll that runs throughout the course of the meeting. It only has 5 questions. So if you could please just go ahead and answer those. But right now we've opened it up for you. If you have any questions, please do raise your hand, or if you can't find the raise your hand option, type it in the chat, and Marina will help me just to call on you while I look at the questions and ask those on your behalf. Thank you. Go ahead, Marina.
Okay, great. So I see that Vasudeva, let me try that. Vasudeva Reddy, can you please unmute yourself? And if you have got a video, turn it on and ask your question, please. I have asked to unmute you. Vasudeva Reddy, are you still with us? You got to unmute yourself, Vasudeva. I can't do that. I can only ask to unmute you, which I've done. Okay. If you get back, then you'll have to raise your hand again. I'm going to lower your hand for now. Right. Then we have Dina Mady. Can you please unmute yourself and ask your question, Dina?
Yes. Hi, Marina. Hi, Dr. Williams and everyone. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, we can. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to say that I'm super happy to be part of this family. Honestly, it has changed my life already. It's uplifting, and I just really love the idea of the paradigm shift and helping everyone. What I wanted to know is I've been talking to friends, mainly family a bit less, But I wanted to know if you recommend any other way of involving people. You know, I thought about Facebook, and I know we're very active on Facebook. I saw many groups, but somehow I feel it's maybe less personal to just, you know, post, you know, something in groups. It might not look, you know, as good as just talking to, you know, person to person. So I just wanted to have a confirmation about that. What do you think of posting it on Facebook or using other methods to involve more people?
When I've been marketing, and I've studied marketing and I became a guerrilla marketing instructor under J. Conrad Livingston, father of guerrilla marketing. And one of the premises we have is be everywhere all the time. And so if you're marketing and you want to get the word out, you need to show up everywhere consistently. If you look at the people that are successful marketing, it takes 9 different impressions for somebody to even recognize you're there. It takes 20 something, 21, 22 impressions to get people to say yes to something. So that's one reason Coca-Cola has signs and advertisements all over the place, and you never can go too far without seeing a Coca-Cola sign. So when you walk up to the fast food counter, you ask for a Coca-Cola. It just is on the top of your mind. And so I would tell you that any place you can put out information for people to get curious, you're going to do better. And the most effective of all is a person-to-person contact. If you call somebody up and say, I got something I want you to look at, a video, would you look at it? Or if you send them a note in an email or a messenger or a text, ask them if they'll look at something and let them give you an affirmative, they'll look at it. That's the best method I found. And once they are interested, then you can talk with them. Cold calling's tough. A little bit of warm audience is much better. I always tell people, go after your family and your friends first. And those are the people you want to take with you anyway on this journey, right? The journey is going to be a fun journey, and you want to take your friends with you. I really don't want to be traveling the world and not have friends go with me. So that's kind of the way I look at it. You don't want to be the only one in your family that can afford a mansion and all the rest of them look up to you going, why do you tell me? So start with your friends and move out in a circle that gets larger and larger as your comfort level and your understanding grows.
Okay, thanks. There's also another question. Even though I have been watching a lot of webinars in the past month and a half, I still wonder if there's a difference when you're in a team, let's say. Does it make a difference in which team you are? Because I know there's spillover. I know the company is going to place people under you, but I still feel sometimes I wish I could have, you know, gotten in much earlier. I mean, I found out about this in November and I signed up immediately, but I was wondering, you know, sometimes maybe there are old positions that are available for, you know, to buy. Would that be a good idea?
I'm not so sure that there's much difference anymore. You can't buy yourself into an old position, to my knowledge. That went away a long time ago. And so that's not commonly something we can do. So I would say this, don't cry over spilt milk. Don't wish for something that's not possible. Just know that everybody's going to be successful wherever they are. And don't compare yourself to somebody else. Just do the best you can where you are.
Oh,
Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Bill.
Thanks.
On that, I know that Marty was advertising on the 23rd of December. The only reason they have all the positions is because they opened accounts in their own names. So I'm not sure if they've still got, but they would be able to transfer that account to you and you would get an older position, but only from like March, April. So it won't really make much difference. You know, the pending founder positions we had before, that closed. Excuse me, those positions closed. But right now, Dina, when did you joined in November? How many?
Yes,
you obviously know how many people. Yeah, how many founders did it show that there were at the time that you joined?
200, maybe 70,000. I don't remember exactly, but I know it has grown a lot in the past
Right.
weeks.
So, just looking at your position, you were probably amazed to think, oh my gosh, I joined at 270,000 and now we've surpassed 400,000. When I joined in September 2019, I never had a big team. I'm not a builder. I've never proclaimed to be a builder. But just because of your passion, when you plugged in and people see that you are passionate about it, they want a piece of it. They want what you have, and that's how I've started building slowly. But I joined and it was 40,000. And at the time I thought, oh gosh, I'm way behind. Look at all these people ahead of me. And now I'm just saying, thank goodness I got in when I did. I'm not worried that I wasn't there at the beginning. I'm the most impatient person. So I don't know if I would have had the patience to wait for 2.5 years. I really don't. But I've learned patience now. And, you'll, whatever you do, all you got to do is whatever you can. This business does not require you to recruit. But if you can, then you will get rewarded as well. So, just share it like Dr. Bill says with your family and friends. I learned how to do attraction marketing as well. I started with that, but oh my gosh, it's a lot of work because you've got to find the groups that are in similar, looking for similar things. Then you can't just post your link anywhere. You've got to first create a relationship, which makes sense. Like if you had to meet someone, imagine just bumping into someone in the road and saying, hey, I've got this opportunity. Here's my link, sign up. It's pretty much the same. You're spamming them with your link. So what you've got to do, if you see someone that you're wanting to help, create a relationship on Facebook. If you're wanting to use Facebook, I personally don't like Facebook. I have it for the business, but and I join different groups. I don't have time now to work on building those relationships one little step at a time. Hi, how are you? I see that you're in online marketing. How's it going for you? People are trained to do that. So the minute those messages come through, you know exactly what's coming. And I just want to tell them, get to the point, what is it that you're trying to sell me? But because they're all trained to do the same thing. So if you just, if you are on different groups, I'm not talking about network marketing or affiliate marketing. You might have a passion for something, a hobby. Join those groups, and then you make friends in those groups where you comment on whatever they're commenting on, if they've posted something. And when you comment on someone's post, they will always look to see on your profile and say, hey, who is this person that's talking to me, that's commented on because people are very aware. And, when you post something and no one likes it or no one shares it or no one gives you a comment, it almost feels like, am I invisible? So when you comment, people do appreciate it. And as long as they're not, haven't got over 5,000 friends and they're not a guru or whatever, if they have got a heart, they will look at your profile, and then you can say, you can also message them and say, I saw your message. You can send them an inbox message and say, I've sent you an inbox message and please read it. And then you can say, I really loved what you were speaking about. That resonates with me. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And you can, start building a relationship like that. But that's only if you're wanting to work on Facebook. And like Dr. Bill Williams said, I think Facebook, out of all the posts that I've done, I think I've gotten maybe 10 people that signed up with me through Facebook. And only not because of a link, it's because I said, join my group, see what I'm up to. I've shared a valuable video that was done that I thought people needed to hear. And that's the only reason. I'm not sending them my link. I'm just saying, if you're interested, then I'll send you more information. And they appreciate that. You're not spamming them with a link. So yeah, I can go on and on about that, but that's a completely different ball game right now. Just close friends and family, colleagues, if you are working, and just say, hey, I've got a founder position in a global IT company, which is amazing. Would you mind if I sent you some information about it? And then you just send them a video that you like, that resonated with you, and you send them your registration link with it to say, if you're keen to register, here's my link. I'd love to have you in my team, but if you not want to sell, all you do is invite them to a webinar like this or one of the presentation webinars that we have. so that they can see the heart that everyone has and the passion and the business.
Yes.
I hope that helped. Thanks.
Yes, actually, very much. Thank you to both.
Pleasure.
Right. Thank you very much, Marina. I just want to add my voice onto that. What I've done, and this is pretty recently, because I use WhatsApp a lot. So I got the videos. There's the latest video by, I think there's a Q&A that Charles Osong and Marina did with Michael Williams. I felt that that was very detailed. And there's a link that Michael Williams has of the compensation, how to get rich in 3 to 5 years. And I put that in a nice long brief about OnPassive, a little about Ash Mofare, and I just send that across. And I follow up after 3 days. I have reached out to people through Facebook as well. But as Dr. Bill said, the personal approach works. So friends, colleagues, families, contact somebody you met at a conference 2 years ago, by all means, knock yourself out.
There's a lot of questions that are in the chat box. I'll be glad to answer some of those as we go through if you'd like.
Yeah, I think
we'll get to that now, Dr. Bill. There's just one hand raised. Stella, if you can, you are unmuted, I see. Can you please ask your question and then we'll go to the chat box. Thank you.
Okay, Marina, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Well,
Firstly, tell us where you're from. Where are you from, Stella?
I'm in Nigeria.
Okay,
I'm in Lagos, Nigeria, yeah.
And are you a founder?
Yes, I am.
Welcome. Well, congratulations. Okay, you can ask your question.
Well, my question is regarding building a team. You know, really, I've tried quite a number of times to see if I could build a team. It's not been easy because I'm pretty busy. So even to the extent that I tried to pay for people, I paid for somebody in Equatorial Guinea, and I said, okay, can you create team in Equatorial Guinea and all of that? You know, I push out the videos, but it's not easy for me because I can see it's quite a lot of work, like Facebook, do this, you know, you have to go to Facebook, like I had WhatsApp and all of that, you know. So it's a bit, because I'm very busy, like I said, you know, my business, you know, takes a lot of my time. So I'm wondering if there's an alternate way, like I asked in the platform, I asked a question that if you're not able to build a team, right, can you pay more to have AI drive traffic to you, create sales for you?
That's a great question, and I'm going to let Dr. Bill answer that.
Well, there's two problems with that. AI doesn't start really working for you until launch date. Now, there will be some AI potentially during the marketing campaigns. They'll be testing them. They're not going to be the strictly 100% AI driven traffic, but they're going to be testing them. But they're only going to be driving traffic to those people who have been working a bit and get, you know, every single person is not guaranteed to get somebody under them, but most people will, but there's no guarantees. And so you can't really do anything extra other than build your team now if you want extra AI benefit traffic before launch. So just be understanding that if you're not building a team, you're not going to get a lot of benefit from the traffic.
That is during launch, right?
That's during the soft launch.
During the soft launch. However, after the soft launch, right?
Yeah, you can pay more. Yeah, the second point I was going to get to is after this launch, you can pay more to drive people to your team. There will be a second level. And, you know, Ash said this one time, and I'm not going to hold him to it, but he said it may cost 10 times more, but you'll get 100 times more money. But it's just a matter of a factor of 10 that you're going to pay more, but you're going to get more. And so there will be a chance to build your team with customers after the fact. So yes, that's available to everybody.
Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. Then I think I heard Marina saying something about, the level, or I know something about, is it Mary had available accounts in April, for the month of April. I don't know, something like that.
Yes.
So I wanted to get, yeah, go ahead.
You would just need to get hold of Marty on Passive Nation. He is available on Messenger, but there was an email that you would need to send him for that. I know of other people who've also got accounts, like Chad Trader. I was speaking to him yesterday. He's got about 170 emails that he created himself, and he has positions as well. So you're welcome to send me an email. I'll put it in the chat box, and I can forward your message to them if you are interested in that. So obviously it won't be in your team. You would be under them or whoever they signed up. And yeah, so it is possible to buy an older position, but not back in 2018 when we signed up, but maybe just a few months, and it will position you on the worldwide pay plan accordingly.
Okay, because
actually,
I did.
Sorry, Stella. Marina, I think somebody from OnPassive Nation shared an email just for those who would like to get some of the earlier accounts.
Yes.
OnPassive Nation is giving off a few.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Marty DeGamo, he posted that. It's in the group on OnPassive Nation on Facebook.
No, even on chat here as well.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't check that now. Thank you.
So Marina, did you say I should send an email to you regarding that?
You can either send to me or you can go directly to Marty. I was just going to forward it to him, but it's all on a chat there, and all you have to do is send an email. He'll send you the information, and you have to be ready to pay immediately.
Yeah, I did a similar thing with Michael Williams in Canada. I think I got about 13 accounts from him. So I think, but that's in September. Those accounts were in September, but I think I hear you say about April, which is.
Yes. But if you're wanting to, still, if you are one that can't build a team, what I would suggest, and that's my opinion anyway, is buy accounts under yourself, because then you'll have your 3. If you're going to do that, you just open accounts, even if it is now, it doesn't matter. You've seen how vastly we're growing. And when the soft launch kicks in and using the marketing campaigns, the company is going to reward those that have actually tried to build a team. So you might have 20 accounts spread across the board, and you haven't actually got anyone under you, you haven't grown a team. So, you could either do that. There's different ways, but if I were you, I would just purchase an account under myself, and you can do that. So you've got your 3, so that your subscription after your first payment is free going forward. You don't have to wait for the company to build that for you.
Marina?
Yes, Stephen.
Can I just interject here real quick? And
Sure.
I just share something. This is not just for Stella, but for everybody else, and then we can move on. Stella, because we do have a lot of other people raising their hands and questions. But something Michael said on the 4-hour presentation Q&A that he did. And I really believe that a lot of people have not grasped it. Dr. Bill Williams talked about the massive nature of OnPassive. And he just did a video just recently that I shared in some of the groups where he talked about OnPassive and traffic for 2021. So this is what I want to say. If you have the ability financially to, like Marina mentioned, purchase additional positions, especially if you want to bless somebody else. There's a lot of people that can use it go for a position, because every single position that's signed up under you is an additional income stream. So if you have the ability to do it, then that would be the route that I would take. I've done so. But what Michael was saying on that Q&A session, if you have, like Jesse in India, 60,000 people under you on your team currently before we launch, it doesn't matter. It's a drop in the bucket, because for us to make the consistent, residual, life-changing, legacy-creating, until you die income, it's going to be done by OnPassive. 4.6 billion people. 400,000 is not even scratching the surface. So do not get caught up in this whole idea, oh, I need to have this massive team in order for me to be successful with OnPassive. Every single person, like the slogan is, we're in it to win it. And I've been consistently saying it is changed to if you're in, you have already won. So try to shift your mindset from this MLM position, or I need to get. And that's the reason why I could never be successful at MLM, because I cannot try to convince some people to do something that they don't want to do. So as much as I tried to be successful, I couldn't, because the minute somebody told me no, that was it. I'm not going to be begging you or groveling for you to get into something that I'm doing if you can't see it. So with OnPassive, that whole paradigm has shifted, guys, and we need to wrap our minds around that. The company is what is going to make us successful. You talk about the revenue sharing that Ash revealed to us on Saturday. That alone could make us multi-millionaires. You know how much money companies spend for advertising? So this whole idea, guys, you just need to focus on the heart of OnPassive. How many people can you bless? If it's one, that's enough. If it's nobody, that's still enough. But just focus on what you can do, and whatever you can do, it's enough. And back to Dina's question about sharing. Dr. Bill Williams mentioned it. It comes from passion, plugging in, being on cause. Marina is a perfect example of that. Marina watched every single webinar from the beginning when she got in. Look at Marina now. She can't shut up about OnPassive. Where do you think that comes from? That comes from her plugging in to the system, to what we have available to us. It cannot come from anywhere else, guys. You can't be motivated to do OnPassive. It's got to be inspired. It's an inspirational thing. And once that happens, then it's just no big deal. I mentioned 4 of my bosses at work now are in OnPassive. Why? Not because I was there begging them, because they saw my passion. And they came to me eventually and said, okay, this is something that I would want to do, simply because you are so passionate about it. I told them that I'm already out the door. It's just a matter of time. I'm just doing this. This is just what I call it, spinning the wheels or biding time, as far as what I'm doing now. So hopefully, Stella, that answers you and Dean as well, so we can move on to the other people who want to ask questions. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Right, the next one that we're going to call on is Syed. Can you please, you are unmuted, please ask your question. If you can, put your video on so that they can see who you are. Syed, are you there? Syed is gone, unless he's struggling. But okay, we'll move on to the next. Aziz, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question, Aziz? I think, Jacob, I'm not sure. I was going to ask to unmute. You might have to ask to unmute. I don't know if they're struggling to unmute themselves.
Yep, I am working on that right now, Marina.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, Valerie, Sandra, who is deaf as well, would like to ask a question. So if you can please interpret, Sandra, just call her, because I have told her that I will call her on, so that you can, if you can see her. And hopefully we can, there we go. Okay, she's asking her question.
Can you see, can the interpreter see me? Yes. Okay, okay. Hello, my name is Sandra Fenning, and I joined GoFounders 2.5 years ago, I think, back in June 2018. At that time, it was very small. There was maybe about 2,000 or 200 of us in the area. And I've built my team. Most of them are deaf. They're deaf founders, and they've all joined. And we are over 300 now, deaf founders in the group. I'm from Canada. And many of us on our team are from America or from the USA, some from Europe, a lot of us from Canada, and we are growing globally, and it's really wonderful. It's a wonderful team. And I wanted to thank my team for coming on board, the deaf founders, also you guys as well, the hearing founders, for believing in Ash and his company. It's such a wonderful OnPassive. I'm so excited for the new journey with the OnPassive company. I'm so excited. I just wanted to thank you for inviting me here, and thank you. Hello to everyone. I do have one question. I have one question. I know it's $97 at this time. When you pay, you get your full money back guarantee for a lifetime, right? What about the $149 when we go for the soft launch? Will we get that money back? I was just looking for that part.
The
Can you answer that question for me?
The offer is pretty
Thank you,
clear.
Sandra. Carry on, Doc.
The $97 will be refundable. The $50 beyond that makes it go to $149 is not refundable. The reason is it'll be paid out in bonus.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's good. Okay.
That was great. Thank you,
That was
Valerie,
important.
and thank you,
Thank you,
Sandra,
Val.
because normally they cannot ask their questions like this. It was awesome to see. Thank you very much.
Dr. Bell, can you repeat that?
Who's that?
The $97 is refundable. When we pay $149 as a secondary founder and people want to back out for some reason, which they would not likely want to, but if they did, they'd only get $97 back. $50 of that $149 is going to go to be paid out to founders in bonus money during the soft launch. Therefore, the $50 will not be refunded if a secondary founder wants to get their money back. They'll only get 97 back.
Okay, we got it. Understood.
Okay, awesome. Right, I don't see any more hands raised, so let's go into the chat. I'm going to ask the chat, Bill, and then you can answer, or
Yeah, I can go through it and answer the ones I know.
Oh, okay, do that.
Somebody asked about the rocking chair founders, which I've termed the people who don't want to really raise a team. Somebody says, don't they have to become a retailer or subscribe to the product and still earn money? Yes, they do. You cannot be a founder without being a reseller customer. Now, you don't have to sell anything or use any product, but you are automatically a reseller and a subscriber to the product. So a founder has to take on the subscription. That means you are a customer and a reseller. You can't choose not to. But once you pay one fee, then you don't have to pay any more. So I hope that's clear.
Yeah, thank you for that. Next one. Well, thank you, guys. I hope everyone's enjoying this and that finding some value out of the meeting.
What's the best way to involve people other than talking to friends and family? We talked about that a lot already, I think.
I can make another suggestion on that. Okay, depends on how bold you are. If you, on Facebook, say, let's use Facebook. I'm sure a lot of you are on Facebook, for example, or even LinkedIn. If you did a video just talking about something or just talking about your why you joined, that will create awareness. And when you do a Facebook Live, Facebook likes video. Not in a group, obviously, because it's pointless doing it in a group, in an OnPassive group, for example, because everyone's founders there. I'm just talking about on your wall. If you create, and you've got quite a few friends in Facebook, if you just created a Facebook Live, you just speak about, hey, this great company, like I mentioned before, I've joined as a founder, once in a lifetime opportunity. I'd love to share more with you. Just drop a comment or a like and I will send you more information. And you can just tell them about CATMO. And for those of you who don't know what CATMO is, CATMO, the C stands for Complete digital system. The A is for automated, what is the A? Automated, automation. I'm trying to, there's two words there, I'm sure of it. The T is for targeted traffic. The M is for money. And the O, well, MO is money, but I always say, and the O is everything on passive because of our O product range. So yes, that's CatMo. For those of you who weren't sure, you did get asked that question in the poll. And we will give the results of that at the end of the meeting. I love it when Jacob gives those results, which is awesome. So yes, if you're brave enough, do a Facebook Live, and that will attract and give you a bit of attention, and you'll attract people that you don't normally chat to. So there's that way. Yes, Dr. Will.
Somebody said, will future customers pay separately each month for each product, or will there be different packages? All customers receive all products in one ecosystem, one package, one price. So there will be separate ability for customers to choose one product and pay for it separately outside of our OnPassive customer deal that we sell. And that profit will still flow into us, I believe. So the company's going to take care of us in many ways, including having the ability for individual product sales. And I think resellers can do the same thing, probably sell individual products as opposed to the entire package. For the life of me, I can't imagine why anybody would get one product when they could get 50. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Georgie, I know that you've got another meeting to go to. You had your hand up just now. I'm not sure if you're still with us, but if you could maybe unmute yourself and ask your question. Yeah, we'll take that now. Sorry, I'm not sure if one of us put your hand down. Thank you.
No, you gave an answer already. I was trying to contribute like to the Nigerian lady, and both of you, yourself, and I think the host gave her the answer already about buying more positions and about not being so worried about having a vast team, because it's like we are in a drop of an ocean now, the 400,000. So the answers were already given. Thank you very much, Dr. B. Thank you, all the organizers. It was a very good presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's always good to have you here.
Jacob said that we've grown 600 during the duration of this call.
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah, so what's
Sorry, what we're doing is that at the beginning of the call, we were about 400,000 and some change, and we're monitoring that with Richard. Richard is doing a really good job. So by the end of the call, we'll be able to tell you by how much we've grown, just today's call. Look forward to that.
It's fantastic. It's really, wow, it's so exciting. I get so excited when we saw that 400 today. Oh my gosh, what a milestone. But every 1,000, we're growing by about 2,500 to 3,500 founding members a day, which is incredible, really is. Okay, if there's anyone else that wants to ask a question, please raise your hand, or else we'll just go through the chat. Okay, James, yes, I see your hands raised. Ask your question.
I just wanted to add to the CatMo.
Yes.
my version of CatMo. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yes. Okay, you ready? Can always trust my OnPassive.
Awesome. Love that. Absolutely love it. Yeah, we become very creative when you join OnPassive, that's for sure.
There you go. That'll be the future thing.
Yes, Ash is always teasing us and throwing out things like, what could this possibly mean? So we had a lot of different ideas and great ones too. And I like that one, James, really cool. Thank you for sharing. Okay, are there any more questions, Dr. Bull, that you see?
Cynthia asked if we can get rid of Facebook altogether once we have ONet. I bet we can. I don't know.
It's going to be the first thing I do.
I just want to jump in on that. one of the limitations of Zoom is that with each account, you have to pay more, right? Now, that's part of the limitation we're having with today's call. I just thought immediately of OConnect. I'm saying I can't wait for OConnect to come through because that has unlimited attendees. We won't have a problem like this again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking about Facebook, would you believe me if I told you that Facebook is spying on everybody and they won't even let us message our link to other people?
Yes, we know that.
Yeah,
Especially
pretty much
the,
aware of that.
especially the Trumps.
Cynthia asked, are we allowed to speak to one of our leaders of our choice when we want to? Sometimes we feel we need help. Well, there's a lot of leaders who are very open and they'll provide the connection somewhere to connect. Yes, some leaders are maybe more busy and don't have time to devote as much as somebody like Marina, but yeah, you are able to speak to our leader group. That's part of why we're in the group.
Who do I contact? This is Gordon.
Nobody's better than Marina at helping people, though, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I add to that as far as the leaders? And I would definitely endorse what Dr. Bill says. I consider Marina to be the great connector. I said that to Julie and Milo on their show because she does an awesome job of connecting people. But from my own personal experience, as far as leaders are concerned, when I got in, like I said, I signed up. And then after I plugged in, I said, after we start building, I said I wanted to connect with my upline apart from the guy who sponsored me. And person's name was Michael Williams. So I immediately thought it was Michael Williams from Canada because he's the most visible Michael Williams in OnPassive, only to find out that it wasn't. It was some other Caucasian guy that lives in Florida who actually knows Ash personally, but got into some hot water, whatever the case is. I don't know if he's still in OnPassive or not. But as the story unfolded, I did get a hold of Michael Williams, and he's not on my team. I am not on his. And I asked him to join us in our OnPassive Lions, and that's where we started this whole Q&A session. And Michael was on with us for the first month or so, just in a very private setting, answering questions and making himself available every Monday to help us out. So that is the nature of the Leadership Council. That's the nature of our leaders, because the people who get OnPassive, as I keep saying, they know it's not about the numbers, it's about the heart, because we are all one big, huge team and everybody's going to win. So again, I come back to my original point that we need to drift away from the mindset, because that's the reason why most people get fed up with network marketing, because as much as they say that they're here to help, it's all about competition. It's all about grabbing. It's all about me over you. No matter how they dress it up, when you get down to the crux of it, that's what it's all about. And that's a mindset that the majority of us come to OnPassive with. So I understand that it's very difficult for us to shift away from that. But it's very important that we do, because OnPassive is not that. OnPassive is built with heart, and simple. So our Leadership Council is a perfect example of that, because none of them are getting paid for the work they do. Bill Williams, Marine on the Skull, Red Reference, Marty Gamma, all of these guys are losing sleep. Are they not able to sleep because they're helping so many people around the world, but you don't hear them complaining. In fact, you hear the opposite. They're doing it out of joy. They're doing it out of love and enjoy doing it, simply because it's coming from the heart, guys. It's not coming from a position where I'm going to be necessarily benefiting from what I'm doing. So again, our Leadership Council are awesome. We have two perfect examples on the call with us here today. So that's my answer to that question about reaching out. Of course, it's all incumbent on their availability, but as far as the willingness is concerned, it is always there.
Thank you, Stephen. I do appreciate that. And, you know, we've also got Sean Cyrus and David Bacau on this call. Thank you guys for joining. It's awesome to have you. We'll invite you over to say a word just now. And yes, I do make myself available. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of OCD when it comes to seeing unread messages that goes to email, to WhatsApp, to Messenger, to whatever. I eventually get through every message and I do respond to every single person. So yeah, unfortunately, that is one of my downfalls, but it's also helped me manage my time a lot better, you know, because I used to be all over the place, and now I've realized I've got to focus on certain areas at certain times, and I'm time blocking, which makes life a lot easier. But I see that there's a question from Gordon Browning. It says, how can I pay for someone myself to come in? Gordon, great question, and it's actually very simple. All you would do is whoever that person is, say it's if it's a family member or whoever, you get their email address and you say, I would like to sponsor a position in OnPassive for you. You would send them the link, you get them to register, remind them that they need to check their email and also the spam folder, because sometimes the email might go to a spam folder. Tell them to check their spam folder, then verify their email account. Once that verification is done, ask them to please give you their password and the email that they used, obviously, and then you can log into their account to make the payment, and they can then change their password after that. Remind them to sign the NDA. I saw earlier somebody was asking about the NDA. Once you verify your email and you make payment, then you will have access. They'll say log in. Before you can log in, there's an NDA agreement that pops up. You would need to read through that, and it's basically telling you that there's a lot of proprietary information that you're not supposed to share, just a few rules of being a founder with OnPassive, and also not to share any other business opportunities in our back office in the community, because you will get terminated or suspended. So that is just telling you, you know, what you can and can't do, and welcome you to OnPassive. Once you sign it, it can be a digital signature. If you're using your smartphone, you can just use your finger. My signature looks like a 2-year-old kid did it, because I tried it with my mouse, and anyway, it worked. And you tick the 2 check boxes, and then you will have access to the GoFounders back office, where you will get your links and well, so much information. You'll be part of the community there. Please, I encourage you all to read what we are posting from the Leadership Council. It's one of my first things I do when I get into the back office. I see what the other Leadership Council members have posted. Always valuable information there. Also, check on upcoming webinars. And then also the downloads. There's little short videos that you can send to people, you know, about a minute or two, not even 2 minutes, I don't think. Just under a 2-minute video that you can send, you know, just explaining what OnPassive is in a nutshell. That's also stuff that you can use. You know, you can send a broadcast message on WhatsApp or put it onto your Telegram groups if you have that, what have you. It's really good information. And then just get stuck in, you know, and also you'll find your links there. So if you're a new founder and you have no idea, you log in, update your profile, put a nice picture up so we know who it is when you chat in the community. And also you'll get all your links, your registration links, your invitation links that you can send out. You can also email your team from the back office, and you can email your pending founders as well. I've got about 153 pending founders, and I sent out an email today actually from the back office, and just saying, hey guys, hey, obviously they don't realize that it's a broadcast message. So I just say, hello, I see you are still on the fence, or you have not managed to come up with the funds. Please remember that the price will be going up to $149 really soon when we go into our soft launch. Just to give you an update of what you're missing out on, watch this video. And then I would either send them the shortened version of the Michael Williams, you know, money. They was discussing what you can earn, or I sent him the fireside chats, you know, whatever you think that, you know, if you were someone that's just coming in, what worked for you, you just send them a link. And I actually had 2 people respond to say, I'm getting your messages, I'm really, really eager to join, I just don't have the money now. can you suggest anything? And then I told them the story about Priska in Papua New Guinea that did whatever it took for 2 weeks. I also told them about little Gert Berger from, I think it's Berger, from the UK. He's originally from South Africa. We call him Gert, but in the UK it's Gert. And he also washed windows and walked dogs. He did whatever it took so that he, as a 16-year-old, could pay for his own founder member position. So if you are really keen and you understand the value, that should not come in your way. In my team as well, there were people that wanted to join, but they said they only had $20, they only had $50, whatever. And, you know, people would come up to the table and they'd say, I will sponsor the rest, or I'll sponsor the whole, you know, but then I'll put them in their team, obviously. So it's not about whose team you're in. It doesn't matter when you join. As long as you're in, you will win. That's what Ash keeps saying. Some will just succeed a lot quicker because they've really, you know, got huge teams going and they were there from the beginning. But it doesn't matter. Ash is not going to, if you're the last person that joins on the last day of soft launch, you haven't even had a chance to talk to anybody about it. Ash says you will win too. You know, everyone is going to be financially stable. We're all going to make a lot more money than we've ever made in our lives before. So just get in and stop worrying about what is that subscription. I can't afford it. Ash mentioned in the webinar we had with the Indian founders that, you know, we will do whatever it takes to make sure that every founder gets activated as a customer reseller.
Marina, just want to add to that, what you just said. And again, based on what I said on our call on Saturday, just to probably create a sense of urgency, somebody who wants to do a GERT and actually go and walk dogs to make the money. We found out on Saturday that what we have been hearing or been told is that upon the end of soft launch is when the GoFounder position will no longer be available. Ash told us, and you can go back and listen to the recording for anybody who might be doubtful, it will end during soft launch. So I guess he has a particular number in mind. And once we get to that number, it's going to end during soft launch. And we said that based on what we are seeing now in the chat, the rate that the company is growing. And anybody who might be thinking about it, $97, it might be a lot to some people, but it is attainable. And that's another thing that Ash said too, that he could not have made it free because he could, but then what's the value in that? And for something, as we all know, as valuable as OnPassive is, it would be criminal to give it away for free. So he said he had to put a price on it, and $97 was the price that he came up with. And of course, the older members know that it was originally $997. It has been discounted by 90%. So I believe that where there's a will, there is a way. And so you can come up with that money. And as Marina also pointed out, there is a loving community of people who are filled with heart, who are willing to help people to get, because they know the value of what we have.
Hello, Stefan. You might find this funny. I've got 25 pending. I send them a mail that I was going to pay their way in. I had 26, sorry. And believe it or not, out of 26, one answered from Finland.
There you go.
And another thing too, people have been born so negative on this world. I offered to pay people into founder's position and they laughed at me.
There you go.
So don't worry about it. They're the ones going to be banging their heads in the wall when we launch. Put it that
exactly.
way.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Somebody asked about the $9.97 yearly membership. And they said they hadn't heard about that before, but we've been actually hearing about it all year long. Just doesn't seem to show up in some people's ears. That'll be renewal fee, and that's going to be paid out of profits. It won't come out of your pocket. It'll come out of profits. So That's normal renewal fees, what we've been told.
That's for the co-founder position, Dr. Bill.
It is. And you can elect not to be a co-founder and not pay it. You can still be just a customer.
Excellent.
Thank you, Dr.
We're going to be wrapping up soon. David, do you want to just say hello quickly that everyone can see our wonderful heart, David from Papua New Guinea?
Come on down, David. Come on down.
Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, Stephen. Hello, Marina. Hello, Dr.
Hello.
Bill.
Wow, look at
Hello,
that
Jacob.
background. Take me there, David.
I am just listening and I'm just enjoying everybody speak. It's a wonderful webinar. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Nice to
I'm
see
excited. Dr. Bill, just on that annual subscription fee, as mentioned that when we activate, the subscription fee will fall due on the 12th month of the time that you activated. So that's when it will come out from your profits. So just to add on to that. But, it just dawned, it dawned on me a couple of months back when I started to see how Ash is putting together this concept of OnPassive. It's like in my culture, we have this communal living. And in a communal living, when there's a big feast that is organized, you have people who are hunters, they go to the bush and they bring the animals, whatever they can find. And the fishermen go to the sea and they bring whatever they can bring from the sea. And then when they bring it back, and the chief in the village will be, who is the host of the party, will begin to share, and everybody will get a share of what's being brought in. So when you look at OnPassive, built this business, and he has put all of us together as a community, as a communal. So we are sharing from everything like the staff that are working in India. They are kind of the specialists who are the hunters and the fishermen. So they come with their specialist trade and they bring in the kill, and we get to share from it. So it's already worked out and everyone will be benefiting from it. So no one will be missing out. So this is, it's such a amazing concept that you can't find anywhere else. Nobody, the other companies that we work for, the top people, owners get it, and they don't. We only get the salary that's paid to us. So what more can you ask for? If you come and join as a founder now, you will be benefiting for the rest of your life. Anyway, that's a little bit from me, and thank you very much for inviting me onto this webinar. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Always great to have you here. Sean, yes.
Marina, can you clarify to him the renewal date, when it will be? A year out?
It's yes. Sorry, I'm not sure who's asking me the question. I'm not seeing your name.
James.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I
believe
just wanted
it's
to answer.
From date
Yeah,
of launch. That was my understanding. From dates of launch, that is when your founder member position kicks in, and it will be for the year, and then we will need to renew it after. But David might be right. It's from the date that you actually pay your subscription. But either way, it's going to be.
No, Marina, it is, as James said, it's a date of launch, not date of the pay subscription.
Yes,
because
okay.
Obviously there are people who have paid 2 years ago. So
yes, no, from date of launch, not now, not from when you signed up originally. It's from when we actually.
Let's say the date of your original payment. So it's date of launch.
Yes.
Not the date that you made your initial
Now, I think what David was saying is once we pay our subscription, from the day we pay our subscription, but it's either that or from the date that we launch, that is valid for 1 year. I just want Sean to come on quickly because I think we're running out of time here. We need to wrap up. Sean, I have asked to unmute you if you can say a few words quickly.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys today?
Hello, hello. Good, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. It's just an amazing, amazing, beautiful scenery to see everybody. Excellent, excellent job as usual, Dr. Bill. Every time just listening to you is a privilege. So I'm honored to be on the Leadership Council with you, as well as Marina. You guys are awesome. I've been in OnPassive close to the beginning, 2018, September, and I'll tell you this much, what a journey it has been, what growth it has been for all of us wonderful people. I see so many people becoming just the best that they can be. It's brought out so much in me. This opportunity is unlike no other, for us who've been through the fire in the online industry, network marketing industry. This is just heaven sent. Ash has an amazing heart. He's an amazing human being, and it's brushed off on a lot of us. If you weren't such a great person before, you become a good person. And now, if you were a good person, you've become a great person. And I just believe that we are definitely in it to win it is almost an understatement, for people who've come from backgrounds that and situations that may not have been ideal, it's definitely going to be awesome that you can be the hero in your family. Shout out to you, Stephen, brother. As we do say, we're Liko, but we're Talawa, and I appreciate those words as a descendant of Jamaica as well. We are one big happy family, and we just want to be able to bless as many people as we can. I find that even just my attitude and I've always just looking towards doing the right thing is coming much more natural to me in everything that I've been through, in these 2.5 years with OnPassive. I wouldn't trade the journey and the growth. It's built up a muscle in all of us where we can go out in the world and be fearless and be confident in what we have to share with everybody, because a lot of times, trying to convince somebody of something and we weren't really sure, right? We just trying to transfer positivity, but this is 100% sure, this is something that we can all be proud of and know that most people, will look up to us after this. And for us who, not everybody, like I said, comes from a place where people thought much of us, but we all can be heroes now. We can bless our generations to come, and we can just spread love, and we can become that person, the positive person that we all want to be, And there's so much more things I can say and so much more inside my heart that I have for everybody, But if for those of you who attended the Indian webinar a few days ago, what an amazing feeling just knowing that we can see the finish line and we are about to reach out and touch it, Again, there's a lot of us who've been through walks of life where we kind of didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know where we were going to turn to. We didn't know, we just wanted to make it happen, for our kids and for our loved ones. But now there's something that you can hang your hat on, something you can boast about a little bit, big yourself up a little bit, walk with your head up and just be a walking blessing to those, because I know anybody who's joined OnPassive, you have a big heart. You want to help. And I know that's what attracted you the most. It wasn't so much what it can do for yourself, but it was what you can do for others. And I'm almost positive that every founder who has caught this vision feels the same way. So just much love. I'm here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I just want to send a shout out to every single Leadership Council member, all the beautiful founders that are here. I can't wait to meet each and every one of you guys, shake your hands, give you guys hugs. And I spread my love. And I hope that what I had to say today was inspirational. You guys can find me on Facebook. Don't be hesitant to reach out. You can message me anytime for anything. and I'll be glad to help anybody. So God bless you all, and I love each and every one of you. Take care and have a wonderful day. Stay blessed and just keep that fire going, because we are about to feast, and we're about to feast big time, people. So love y'all. Take care.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Sean, I
Sean.
just want to jump on real quick, Marina, to just endorse Sean. Because you can see from his face, guys, and from his heart and his expression that there is a lot more that he wishes to say. Because it's a passion that is overwhelming at times. And that's why the tears come, in a lot of reasons why the tears come, because the feeling is so overwhelming of what we're a part of. And when you connect with that energy, like Corinne talks about all the time, that energy, once you connect with that energy, then it's a done deal. So many people have been led to OnPassive because of a gut connection. It's not just because it's a good thing as a no-brainer, but a lot of people, myself included, was a gut thing. It is something that you resonate with. And a resonance can go as deep as the marrow of your bones once it gets to the right point. And that is what drives me with OnPassive. And as Sean just shared, it is very much prevalent in a lot of our GoFunding members. So I would encourage everybody, whether you're a member or not. If you're not a member, come on board. But if you are, I encourage you guys to plug into your back offices, man. Listen to Ash Mufaro and listen until you get that feeling, because it will come. I promise you, it will come. Might not come day 1 or day 2 or day 20, but if you listen and plug in often enough, it will come, guaranteed. Just as though it's a done deal OnPassive, feeling will come, because that man Ash Mufaro is something that, like I said, I believe in a law of attraction, and I believe we as a world or a community of people asking have attracted Ash Mufaro and OnPassive in our lives, because it has come at a pivotal point in human history, if you want to get as grandiose as that. And I feel this year, 2020, is a perfect example of that, where we have undergone so much struggle, so much loss, so much heartache in 2020 because of the pandemic and other things. But out of every single disaster, guys, greatness rises from the phoenix out of the ashes. And 2021 is going to be a perfect example of what OnPassive through Ash Mufaro is going to do for the world at large. So I encourage you guys to, again, get OnPassive in your hearts. That is where it belongs. That's where the true power is. It's not in the money. It's not in the teams. It's not in the products, the portfolio. It's in the heart. That's where it begins, and that's where it will end, because our hearts go on. Even after we pass on from this life, our hearts go on. In the people that will leave behind us, in our families. They recognize what we have done for them, and and as Africans, we know that, because we talk about ancestors a lot in Africa. So as a people, we know how powerful that is. Sean, I know you have a lot on your heart, bro. I do too. You can talk about it over a restaurant beer in Negril with Michael Williams. We'll invite Dr. Peter Williams along, and anybody else who cares to join us. David, you are definitely invited as well.
Let me add one thing, Stephen. One thing, just a little coaching for anybody, just something broad for everybody to soak in. And I'm sure most people know this, but when people tell, and I won't be long-winded, so don't worry, guys. But when people tell you that they try to push back, and we call it a front, when they front that they don't have the money. They don't have the money. Well, let me ask everybody here this. If there was a brand new 2021 Mercedes-Benz outside and the price tag was $97, how many of those people would find that $97 and go get it for that brand new Mercedes-Benz? I guarantee you everybody will find that money. So that is not an excuse, people. People will find the money for what they find value with, right?
Exactly. I say that all the time, Sean.
Right. Reach out to leaders. If you guys need help, reach out to leaders. We'll back you up. We'll do Zooms. We'll do 3-ways. We'll do whatever you guys need to help these people see the vision, because that's all we need them to see, the vision and the value. They will find the money. The money is not the issue. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. I'm sure Dr. Bill would second this, what I'm saying, that I'm absolutely right. So that's all I wanted to add, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks.
No, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Sean. You are so inspirational. I see our Niraj from India has joined us. Would you like to say a few words? I think I've asked to unmute you, asked to unmute. Unmute yourself,
Marina?
please. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Sandra's been wanting to say something.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Sorry, Niraj. As soon as Sandra's asked, we can go through that.
Hi. Yeah, okay. So I'm Sandra again. I wanted to say thank you, Dr. Bill and the interpreter Valerie, for their time. Wow, thank you so much for the wonderful stories with the GoFounders and the other things that everybody has said and shared everything. You have so many things to share with us, and I realize we have a limited time. So thank you for your time, especially. Thank you very much, Sandra Singh. I love you.
Thank you, Sandra. Love you too. And thank you for putting me in touch with Valerie. You ladies are awesome. And also I want to say thank you to Peter Scarp, who I believe is also hard of hearing. And it's been great to have you guys here. Next time we'll have a lot more, I'm sure. Thank you again. Niraj, let's hear a few words from the man with wisdom from you.
Okay. I just dropped in here. I was just going to sleep, but I just thought that I should actually visit this webinar. So here I am. Thank you, first of all, international leaders for attending the Indian webinar and making it a complete success. It's all about cooperation. By the way, people who don't know me, my name is Neeraj. I joined in October 2018. And as Sean said, it's not about the money. It's about how you can help out people. And automatically the money will happen. So don't worry about the money. It will happen. So just go ahead, enjoy the process, and you should be fine. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. That webinar was absolutely fantastic. That you guys were so organized. It was really great to see, and we all felt so honored to be part of it. And yeah, India, just by the way, for those of you who missed it, 45% of the founding members come from India. Now, I'd love to challenge everyone in every country. Let's, they've put the challenge out there. Don't know if you'll be able to catch up, but you know what? It's going to change your country's economy. So the more founders we have in OnPassive, the better it's going to be. So, I just urge everybody, don't leave anyone behind. Once you're in OnPassive as a founder, you will not be left behind, no matter what race, creed or religion, anything. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all one big family that wants to make a difference for the world. So thank you, Neeraj, for that. You did a great job. And I did ask you for that video. People are asking me if you can please, I don't know if you have sent it already, I haven't checked, but once I have it, I'll also post it on my YouTube channel so that everyone can see the milestone that OnPassive has gone through. If there's anyone else that wants to ask a question, I'm not sure, but I think we are going to wrap it up. We're going to, I think Jacob had to go. I'm not sure if you're still here, Jacob. Oh, you are still with us. Do you want to do the poll results? I love the way you do that before we close off. And hopefully everyone has answered the poll.
By all means. All right, so looks like I lost it, Marina. Do you perhaps have the result on your side? Sorry.
I do.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. You made me. How do I
made you
do
host.
that?
Let me see if I can do something here.
Must I make you host again?
Let me see if I can do that from this side.
I can do it, yeah. Do I make you host or co-host? I'll make you host.
You can make me host, yes.
Okay. I thought you had to go and we were worried that the recording was going to get cut off. Oh, there we go.
Yes. Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we do each and every week, we have a poll, a simple 2-minute Paul with 5 questions. Is this your first time joining our weekly OnPassive Lions Q&A session? And out of that, we have 56%, 52 people say yes, and 44%, 41 people say no. This is not their first time attending this Q&A session. And then we look at, for those of us who are GoFounders and those who aren't, a majority of us from the results show that a majority of those who have attended today's Q&A session are indeed GoFounders at 95%, and 5 people are not GoFounders. For those who are not GoFounders, ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please get in touch with the person who invited you to this Q&A session, and please sign up. I believe that you've heard what Dr. Bill Williams has said. The milk is reaching the expiry date. You need to sign up immediately. Do you know what Catmo is? Seems like a majority of us actually do know what Catmo is. 74%, that's 69 people, say that they do, and 24%, 26%, sorry, standing at 24 people do not know what Catmo is. I believe that we've discussed Catmo during today's Q&A session, and you are now comfortable with what it means. 4th question, do you have trouble explaining OnPassive to your invitees or prospects? And 34%, a minority, 32 people, think that say that they're having trouble explaining OnPassive to their invitees, and 66%, which shows that a majority of us speak from the heart. We've all had Sean speak. 66%, that's 61 people, do not have a problem explaining OnPassive to their invitees or prospects. And that is encouraging. Our last question, is any member of your team or prospects here on the Q&A session? And 34 people, that's 37%, say that their prospects are on this Q&A session. And a majority of us, that's 63%, 59 people did not have their team or their prospects on the Q&A session. We have these Q&A sessions each and every week. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, please do invite your prospects and your team to attend. They may have other questions that you may not be able to answer for them. And when they attend Q&A sessions such as these ones, they will definitely get those answered. Now, 98% of us participated in today's poll. That's 94 out of 95 participants on the call right now. Thank you very much. And I look forward to meeting and welcoming all of you to next week's OnPassive Lions and OnPassive Africa United Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jacob. It was awesome. Once again, thank you, Dr. Bill Williams. It's always an honor to have you. And then our special treats that came in afterwards, David Bakal, Sean Cyrus, and Neeraj Davdi. Really fantastic, and a huge shout out, big thank you, standing ovation to Valerie, who is doing the signing, ASL signing for us. Fantastic job that you're doing there. I'm sure you're doing a great job because everyone seems to understand what you're saying. And I think it's Sandra was asking how many hard of hearing is on here. From what I can see, it's only 3 of you. I could be mistaken. But well done. And please, next time, bring your prospects and your team members along. It's been a fantastic meeting. I absolutely love this. And we'll see you in the next one. And please, as I said, remember to check on my OnPassive Africa United group. I'm always posting upcoming webinars. So be sure to join that. If you are not on the group yet, it's called OnPassive Africa United, and that is on Facebook. I've also got a Telegram group, but that link you'll find on the Facebook group as well. So thank you. And Jacob says, I think it was Richard that gives us the update, 430, is it 431? That's what I'm reading, yeah? 431 at this point, Jacob. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yep, just to clarify, Richard, first, thank you very much for sharing those numbers. At the beginning of this call, we had 400,720 GoFounders on the back office. Richard was following up, and at this point we have 401,151. So I had said about 600. I was in error. It's actually 431 in total up to this point.
Okay, great. Awesome. That is fantastic, hey? Absolutely fantastic. And that was just while we were on this webinar, so in the last 2.5 hours. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to each and every one of you. Merry Christmas. I know it's belated. And a fantastic, prosperous new year if I don't see you again, but I'm hoping we'll see you all again in one of our next webinars that we have up and coming before the year ends. Thank you. Blessings from me. Love you all. And yeah, I think we're done. I'm not sure if Stephen wants to say anything more, but thank you from me. I'm out.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. We're in it to win it. I think we can all say that. Unmute yourselves and say we're in it to win it.
We are in it to win it.
We're in it to win it.
Go Founders, go. The OnPassive way.
Go, go, go.
We're in it to win it. Yay.
Awesome.
To win it.
Yes.
Fantastic.
We're in it to win it.
Hello,
Thank
Armadine.
you.
Go get him. Go get him.
Go get him.
Go
Thank
Founders,
you.
go. The OnPassive way, built by
Go,
design.
go, 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 go.
Woo-hoo. I don't know
Nice
if
to
it's
see
finished,
everyone
but
of
it's
you
been
here.
awesome.
See you,
Yes,
John.
it's been great.
In it to win it. From Boston, Massachusetts.
To win it.
By design.
Great.